So, I'll go over question one. So, question one, hold on one second. Let me just change this so we have that up there. Okay, so question one, basically learning how to hold winners. So, this is an interesting one. Because you're never gonna get, well, most likely, let's just put it this way, you're never gonna get top to bottom. It's just something that sadly doesn't happen, or you're never going to get bottom to top, whichever direction you're playing. But here's the key thing. So let's say you have two contracts. And again, this is something I've clearly said I need to work on, myself as well. Holding things a lot longer. So with that question, wanting to know how to hold winners, it's really just about trimming in profit and then just continuously, raising that stop or having a trailing stop on that last contract or other contracts. Because you always want to lock in profit, with a certain amount of contracts you have, and then letting the rest run with that stop. So let's just say the chart goes against you. You're at least locking in, a percentage with the trim, and then you're locking in, another percentage with the stop loss above break even. So, you're not leaving the trade with a total loss. You're not leaving the trade in general with a loss, what should have been, a massive win. And that's really the best way for that. I mean, you got to also, it depends on what you're playing, charting it and looking at key levels. That's going to be another big play of, how to hold those winners. And just usually, let's just say the names like NVIDIA, NVIDIA runs a lot. So usually you should expect a larger move. Doesn't mean it's going to come or not, but just saying, something like that. Like NVIDIA has been strong the past couple of days. It's been continuing to run. And usually able to get, a good move on it. Now, with that said, we could have chop days, kind of like today. We're chopping around up and down. So just again, that's where you take what is given to you, you trim for profits, and then you set stop with the remaining in break even. Now, if the stock continues to go up, move that stop up and just keep moving it up along the way. 5, 10, 15 cent increments, depending on the big, how big the move is. And I think that would probably be the best way to answer that question. Um, Now, another question you have is I have a $200 account. How much money should I put into the trade? Now, I'll be honest, this one truly depends on you. And the reason why I say that is I don't know your financial situation. Everyone's financial situation is different. I could have $10 million or I could have 1,000. It depends on what I'm willing to risk. Now, with that said, I wouldn't say go all in. At 200, obviously contracts are going to be a little bit harder to um, get that it isn't almost all in, because usually things are, let's just say, $1, $2 a contract, which is, in that case is $100 or $200 a contract. So I would say, just kind of be smart with that. If you have, let's say you're in a trade that contracts are 50 cents, so you're trading $50 per contract basically. I definitely wouldn't go more than two. I wouldn't risk 50%. And again, you're trying to grow the account, and you could definitely grow from that amount. You can grow from $100, you can grow from $50. You just want to be smart with it. I think that's kind of the best way I could put that too, other than just try not to go all in. Of course, let's just say there's a beautiful setup on NVIDIA and the contracts are $2, so $200. If you like the setup, if it follows your strategy, if it follows your plan, take it. Worst case scenario is you are, let's say out for a loss at 20% or 10%, depending on your risk management as well, and depending on the chart and the strength of the move. You lost a little bit there, but you just set it up again for tomorrow. You're not going to win every trade. You have to know that going into trading. Again, me personally, I just am not having the best week. Should I be doing better? 100%. Have I stated things that I want to play and I haven't? 100%. So it's just all part of the game. It's all emotional. It's all just charts. It's all movement. It's all volume. There's so many factors into trading. You just gotta learn, grow, and learn from those wins, learn from those losses, and learn, what's just happening around us. Um, so let's just be smart with, account size and everything. Do not go all into a trade. That's for sure. But for someone at that level, I would say if you had to, let's just say in that regard with Nvidia, $2 a contract, if it follows your plan, do it, you know? So how often am I adjusting my strategy? Okay, that's actually a pretty good question. And how are you looking at keeping track of your strategy over a short and long period of time? No, that's actually a really good question. So I'm not really adjusting my strategy because I don't want to. I've found a strategy that has really worked for me. By the way, market is dipping here. We are. Hold on one second. Okay. What's it called? So where was I? Okay, I see where I'm at. Okay, so how often are you adjusting your strategy, and how are you keeping track of your strategy over short? Yeah, so I don't really want to change my strategy a lot. I mean, I've done it in the past. And I just want to stick to something that has worked for me. This has worked for me. Candles, you know, reversals. This has all worked for me. You guys have seen it as well. I know people that just trade these now. So I'm glad to be able to help in that regard as well. And the whole goal is for all of us to work together and learn together, grow together, and become one. If I'm one person, I could only watch so many stocks. For example, Perius, who's in our chat, always, name something. For example, he named TTD the other day on a reversal. I know other people in here have named reversals, and those are things I just haven't seen. And then, we work together and just grow together like that. So regarding that strategy, I like to stick to one strategy. I mean, it's working for me. I have no need to change it. I just want to be smart with it. Again, you're gonna have ups and downs, so every single strategy is gonna have that. That depends on your mental, that depends on just, the market sometimes. Now I would say, let's say your strategy is not working overall, then I would look into, strategies that you've used in the past, and new strategies. But I haven't had that problem ever since I used the strategy over a year plus. Even during this hard market, it's been absolutely amazing. And just following this trend and strength, and just knowing, kind of the direction we're going there. Keeping track of my strategy, I post all that for you guys with my trades and with that log, that trading log. So I do keep track of, if it's working or not, and so on and so forth. Again, this week I've seen things that I liked and that followed the strategy, and I just, been plain stupid. Really, I missed it. I'm not entering it, and then I kind of get myself in a little pickle there, and I try to trade something else because I'm mad at myself there. Um, so that's basically the answer to that. We are coming down pretty hard here. So we rejected that 40-42 there. And we came down just about 10 points here really quickly. Do you guys have any other questions? If not, I'm going to try to think of something to kind of go over in the next few minutes. Yeah, look at the peak. Yep, I know. And I also have this level set up. Look at that. Just basically got to trade off of past resistances and past supports and just use it to your advantage. Seriously. I mean, the past couple of days, if you look at this on the 1 hour, this is Monday. We are on Tuesday right now. So it was only yesterday, but we were rejecting that area. I know in the past we were rejecting that area. Hold on. I know my charts are a little crazy right now with all these lines. But you can see, getting up here, we rejected that area on this candle. We rejected up here with these 3 candles. So just going back, you can see that rejection there that we've had over the past couple of months and days and weeks. Net flow bearish. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, with Microsoft earnings tonight, that's going to be interesting for sure. So we need to keep that on watch. We did reject hard there. Another thing I want to talk about, and this goes to basically what what's happened to me over the past couple of days, I would say. I'm missing these opportunities that I'm stating. Like I talked about, going long Friday and Monday. And I missed a big chunk of the move. Really, I did. And it's sad because I just off past experience, just off things that I've seen, I expected that move. I missed a good bunch of it. And then, I started to trade dumb. I'm missing an opportunity. So I force an entry on something else, stuff like that. I kind of think, oh, wow, this looks good, but it's not actually the true setup that I want. And that's where we got to play smart too. And that's where, these emotions come into play, and you just got to really learn to bring down your emotions. That's why I always talk about consistent sizing, something you're willing to lose. Let's just say, God forbid, it did. Something you're willing to lose, stuff like that. You've just got to be smart overall. Otherwise, you're just going to get yourself caught in the same mistakes over and over and over again. Is there anything else you guys want to go over? Any other questions? Type them in the chat. Yeah, so the psychology part of trading, I kind of just went into it a little bit there, just on, small basics. Um, it's really all about past winners, past losers. I mean, when I first started trading, I would revenge trade. Let's say I lose a play, I double my position to make back that money. And that's things you don't want to do. Those are rookie mistakes. You're just going to get yourself caught in another trap. And let's just say you do get lucky. Let's say you do win on that next trade that you doubled up. You're just going to keep getting yourself in the same hole when, it does not go your way. And trust me, it does not go your way. I've been there. I've done that, and that's why I don't want anyone else to do that. And sadly, many will. But I just want to be kind of just true with you. It happens. You just got to learn and grow from it. And we're all different. We're all different humans, all different human beings. Just we got to learn our own ways. Some people need to learn just by doing it. Some people learn by actually listening. There's so many things that people could learn from. So it could all go in different ways. But I would say the biggest things I want you guys to, kind of learn about is consistent sizing, truly just waiting for your setup. You do not need to trade 24/7. I don't care if I don't trade the rest of the day. And usually you guys don't see me trade the rest of the day. I want to wait for the perfect setups, the ones that I know are going to get me good moves, um, and not just put me in a hard spot. I mean, you just got to be smart. This is your money. You work hard for it. I want you guys to be able to succeed with it. And we just got to really wait for the right setups. I've blown over $400,000 of profits, sadly, something I 100% want back. But it's part of the game. Sadly, at the time in my beginning of trading, I got lucky. So thankfully it was profits, but um that's money I don't have now. I could have had, let's just say, $400,000 more. I could have had, who knows, 3 to 4 more rental properties. I could have, had five times my account now. I could have larger dividend portfolio, stuff like that. You just got to be smart with your money. Gotta, it's yours. You're not going to win every trade. So you can't feel like after a loss, just that, like, oh no, this strategy doesn't work. Oh no, I'm what's it called? I have no luck, stuff like that. You shouldn't be trading on luck and hope. You should be trading on the setup, the strategy, the plan, and then executing all that to your advantage, in the way that it needs to be executed. So That's really what I kind of want to go for there. Do you guys have any other questions or? Yeah, there's no more questions. I'll kind of end it here as we're still trading here. I personally haven't done anything, since that morning trade, but still still wait and see. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here and we'll basically just go from there. So thank you guys for that. Next time we're actually gonna have a true setup on the learning session. This one I kind of wanted to just answer some questions.